Right, good afternoon, everybody. We are joined here on the lovely grounds of Salford University. I'm Miles King, joined by expert analysis Dilan. Dosanjh, how you doing?
I'm doing good, bro. How are you?
I'm wonderful. We're here for the reignition of what a fantastic rivalry.
Yes.
Chester versus Salford Rugby League.
It's insane. This is the derby. This is the one.
I mean, it's a big game.
It's a big game.
Like, you know, varsity, we'll see this in a few months.
Yeah.
But obviously, last time these two teams met, back in May. I mean, what a performance from, you know, Salford Uni.
Yeah.
They were absolutely incredible.
What were the
79 to 6.
Oi!
79 to 6.
Battered them.
I mean, it was just an outrageous performance, you know, topping last year's, which we thought wasn't even possible at 58
Really?
to 22.
Wow.
You know, we got a lot of key players back
Yeah.
today. I mean, I'm really excited.
Who can we see on the lineup?
I'm really excited to see Harry Fletcher at fullback. You know,
Harry
I mean,
Fletcher at fullback,
you know, he's looked powerful in the warm up.
Okay.
It's going to be a great game.
Yeah.
And I'm really excited.
Lovely.
Are we all set up, are you?
Yeah,
Just let you know that we're playing what they call 10 metres advance on free kicks. So
Okay.
we're not kicking ball out, so if you're filming it, you might be a bit blind to this or that.
Okay.
On the touches, we're just advancing 10 on penalties.
Okay, advancing 10 on pens. Okay,
Cheers, lad.
perfect. Thank you so much. Okay, yeah, we're really excited for this game, of course.
Yep.
Today's Salford lineup
Let's go for it.
Harry Fletcher will start at fullback. It'll be Ellis Owen on the right wing. The two centres are Hattrick and Lassen, with Sam Suckling on the left, Kalo Aluha, Ethan Bush, Jake Parkinson, Angelica Shaw, Tom Were, Salisbury, and on the lock forward will be Adam Kirby.
Decent lineup. Game's kicked off here at the first tackle straight away.
We are underway. It's a strong tackle. Of course, they do have 6 attempts to get this to the try line.
6 attempts. I think they've just had 2. That's the third.
It's a very strong tackle there by Salford's 21.
Very strong.
Of course, he must release. Now Chester looking to explode forward. What do you think the keys to victory today are for Salford? You know, we saw them start unbelievably fast back in May.
I think that fast start is the best way to go forward. I think put them on the back foot.
Exactly.
You don't want to pressure them.
Very
Don't let
strong,
them go too early.
high-pressure game plan, I believe.
You don't want to start them too easy, because if they think they're in for an easy game, that's where you're going to struggle. But no, we started off well here, pushing them back.
No, it's a strong performance.
Very strong performance.
I mean, we saw this most of last season.
Yes.
Yes, the 6 tackle. So Salford will gain possession right where that tackle was to take place.
Right.
I mean, we've seen so many great players. I mean, Ethan Bush at scrum half, I think, is going to be absolutely key during this game. I mean, like, it's a really exciting Salford team this year, you know, who are looking to compete, as we have heard.
Very nice. Here we go, Salford on possession now.
It's a strong take, slightly high challenge.
Very high. That's okay. Let it go.
Now Salford will look to push forwards with excellent pace. They are the strong favourites.
Good. That's what I like to hear.
It's a very good drive. It's a very strong drive. It's
He's
powerful.
going to push it through.
And it's been ruled. Salford.
It's done.
Salford score a try in favour. That is 4-0 to Salford. And that's the perfect start inside a minute.
That's what we needed. The fast start, like I said. Turned over the possession, won it back, and bang. That's the first try scored.
You know, and that's the type of tenacity we want to see from a team this year.
We like that.
A team that's looking to, you know, play strong attacking rugby. And I mean, we'll see here if we can score a conversion. But it's the best start to a season you could have ever hoped for.
I think we might have a stronger start here if we can get this conversion sorted as well.
Will be Salford's number 17 to take on this kick.
I think I forgot my glasses. I can't see that one there. Just scored.
It's a strong conversion, and Salford will lead by 6. Now, Dylan, I believe Chester are going to come out, you know, strong. They are going to come out powerful. Obviously,
they had a strong start, but looks like Salford here are going to get the better hand of them. They started off a bit better.
I mean, you've got to say Salford are the heavy favourites, you know, especially since we've seen from the last 2 varsity scores. And, I mean, I do believe Chester are going to give us a game here today. However, I do think this team is probably one of the best sides we've ever had in terms of the rugby league, at least. You know, and, I mean, I'd love to see this side compete this year, you know, challenging for the league. We've got many fixtures coming up.
I don't see why they can't do it. I don't see why they can't. I think if they put in the performances, start off early, strong, show they mean business here in this league.
Well, I've got to say, it's hard not to get excited after those first couple of minutes. No. I mean, just from you know, the power and the tenacity shown. You know, these boys don't seem to be messing about. I mean, Chester will kick, so Salford will be in possession. Obviously, the 6 tackle rule is still in play.
Of course.
So let's
see how they do. Bounce back. Can they bounce back? We'll see.
Number 18 for Chester to step up for the kickoff. Now Chester, they're going to try and capitalise off this bounce with a bit of heavy pressure.
Yes.
Oh, but it's a strong run into the ruck there.
He's taken down.
Strong run into the ruck. Now the scrum half is going to look to drive.
Nice tackle there again from Chester, number 19. Oh,
Chester, you've got to say they're being effective with this current pressure.
They are.
They have claimed possession high in the Salford half as well. Kick back. It's a brilliant challenge. And you've got to say this is tremendous defence from Salford currently. They're just not allowing...
They haven't let them progress forward any further.
There's no penetration of the defensive line.
Nothing. Can keep that line.
But it's a strong run from Chester. And he's looking to drive. Kick back.
Getting a little high tackle, but Salford getting possession.
A tremendous claim, and he's going to drive. He's going to drive here.
Drive it forward.
In behind.
He's gone clear.
Salford surely to guarantee their second try of the game under the post.
Beautiful.
It's absolutely tremendous.
Absolutely beautiful. Clean break right from deep in their own half. Breakthrough. And it's tremendous.
I mean, Dylan, that's the type of play you want to see. Salford winning it, yes, deep in their defensive half, but a strong, powerful drive and run completely destroyed the defensive line of Chester. And I've got to say, that was an absolutely splendid bit of rugby I've just seen.
And it's not even the fact that Chester are playing bad. I think they did well to get the possession into Salford's half there, but then Salford just looking incredible on the counter there and broke away like it was nothing. Like a prime Liverpool on the counter attack, if I do say so myself.
We'll leave that one out the edit. But no, we don't do that nonsense here. That's just incredible, and it was a brilliant run. It secured just a really good kicking zone for our number 17 to try and convert.
The heavens have broken up here.
The heavens have broken up, but that won't stop Salford.
It won't stop them.
That won't stop Salford.
I reckon they get the second conversion here of the game, and they do.
And it's a comfortable conversion. There was never really any doubt. It's been a perfect opening few minutes. I've got to say, Dylan.
That's what you want. That's what you want. That's what you want, Miles.
The defence. And I think the second row in particular have been just tremendous. The backs, I think the wingers, the way they've been, prepared for the break has been unbelievable.
It has, and it's shown there with that second try. They're comfortable on the break, so hopefully we can see a few more of them in this half, if not the whole game.
What you've got to say as well, the depth that this Salford side does have on the day, it's just tremendous. We look at the bench and we see names such as Ben Newton, Tom Charnock, who can come into the side.
Yeah.
It's a really exciting team, and I think this can be quite a wonderful year for Salford Rugby Union.
Good. I hope it
as well as Rugby League.
Yes, indeed. As hopefully we can keep the games going and keep us on commentary.
Of course. Well, Chester will go from here. Look to potentially reset. They
need to reset. I think it's been a bit of a shaky start for them. Obviously, Salford there.
They've looked strong. They've looked powerful. I think the quality of Salford currently is shining through.
Yep.
But they're going to look to reset, and they're going to look to come back potentially in the second inning.
Let's see what they can do here.
It is still the early stages of the game.
Very early.
But it is a perfect start for Salford. 10-0 up after just a few short minutes. And now Salford Rugby Union are going to look to drive forwards, and it's a powerful entry into the ruck, but he has dropped the ball. The official has ruled against Salford Rugby League. Yeah, two converted tries, because the tries for. Thank God this ain't live. No. Oh, it is, yeah. Salford Rugby League, perfect start here. 12-0 up. And possession will be granted back into the favour of Chester. Now they're going to look to break the defensive line of Salford. And it's strong and powerful, but it's a brilliant challenge by Salford's 14, who will look to take the ball here.
Again, Chester deep into Salford's half. As they look to progress deeper.
Strong play. Chesters 19, that's fantastic play, you've got to say. And he's really taken them towards the post and the goal line of Salford University.
Again, a similar position away from the try line that they were before, where Salford broke.
Of course, and they've done a good job of, progressing up the pitch, but that is an unbelievable challenge from Salford's number 14.
Any further here, not progressing any further. Again, beautiful stoppage.
That is strong play.
It's beautiful.
Come on, boys, you complete it again.
And it is going to be a penalty in favour of Salford Rugby Union. Rugby League, my apologies.
Wrong one then. You'll get used to it.
Now Salford will look to drive here.
Again.
Now, of course, the Chester players do have to release. They do have to release. It's kicked back. Now Salford looking to overload on that right-hand side. It's a brilliant darting run down the middle.
The right side is taken down. The right side clapped it into the post.
And that will be in possession for Chester due to the fact the Salford player was in possession of the ball.
Clattered into the goalpost there on the side of the pitch. It looks a bit painful, but they moved on. They look all right.
I mean, that's what you want to see from Salford, you know.
Aggression.
These quick, fast breaks from when we're defending dangerous areas.
It was beautiful.
I've got to say, it's been a great performance so far, but obviously there are things to improve on.
There are. But they'll grow into the game.
Of course, it is still early stages.
Very early.
Kick back. Now Salford immediately look to drive. Number 14's been so tenacious, so powerful in these challenges so far. Of course, Salford players must vacate. Kick back. Chester now look to drive.
Into Salford's half.
Keep it!
It's a strong effort from the Chester player. Will be kicked back here. I mean, Salford have done an amazing job of smothering them.
The defensive work has been something to...
And again, look at the tenacity. That's the type of passion you want to see in a Salford team this year.
You want the aggression. You want that early aggression.
You know, and that is why he starts.
There you go.
Goes for the kick. Looks to make it a bit uncomfortable in the corner of Salford here.
They retrieve it well.
Oh, and it's a great challenge. It's a brilliant challenge. That was an unbelievable bit of play there.
It was beautiful.
From Chester.
Very
I believe
clever.
the number 6 kicked that across. And it just made life uncomfortable for our 11, I've got to say.
It did.
You know, our left winger, we did look a bit vulnerable.
Did.
And,
But he's retrieved it.
But, you know, can Salford, you know, readjust and get the confidence to, you know, break out this area once again. You know, they've shown on more than one occasion today.
Exactly that.
That they can deal with the uncomfortable situations defensively.
They can.
And we'll be excited to see how they deal with this challenge. However, it is very favourable for Chester University. Just a bit of deliberation going on with the officials, and I mean, you've got to say Chester are, you know, they're not lying down. You know, obviously Varsity was a very heavy loss for them. They're going to look to come back and rectify that in any way, and they're not going to make it easy for Salford whatsoever.
And Chester look like they're making a sub here, number 27 onto the pitch.
See what he can bring to the proceedings today. Referee's just trying to gain some order on the field.
Number 19.
Now here we go, kick back in a very favourable position. He's going to look to drive directly to the line. Salford have done a good job of smothering him currently. On 13. Oh, it's a strong bit of play there.
Chester with the kick back deep in Salford's half here as they're about to break forward. Again, that defensive line comes into play. And it's a beautiful challenge in Salford's half. Deep.
Only a few tackles left. Oh, it's a brilliant drive from 27.
Number
and
27.
Chester do have their first try of the day. I mean, it's brilliant play, you've got to say.
Impact sub there. Impact sub number 27. Just come onto the pitch and scored that try.
I mean, that's all come from number 6, you know, making life uncomfortable for the Salford players. You know, gaining a favourable position for Chester. And, I mean, he's dealt with that absolutely beautifully.
They broke.
I mean, what a run. As you mentioned, number 27, an immediate impact after coming off the bench. And he started probably as he means to go on. I mean, you've got to say that was a brilliant, powerful driving run. Broke past 2-3 players.
Yep.
And was able to get the try. And, I mean, Chester will look to convert to maybe pull the score down to 12-6.
Put Salford under a bit more pressure here.
I mean, what probably did let Chester down last year was, you know, their inability to break through.
Right.
You know, that strong defensive line. Obviously, they were only able to get 6. They were only able to get 6 last year, which is just a converted try.
Yes.
So they're gonna look to, you know, start as they mean to go on. You know, look to have a powerful season. But it's a strong converted kick.
And it's over the fence.
It's a strong converted kick. It is over the fence, but that is also 12-6 in favour of Salford Rugby League.
Too strong, someone might say.
Too strong. Now, so this is going to be the first time off a kick-off since obviously the start of the game. We're going to see Salford under a bit of offensive pressure.
Indeed.
But so how do you think they're going to deal with that?
Well, defensively they've looked very, very strong. So I would like to see how they would deal on the offensive side. Again, the big likes up front. I can see him progressing well.
I mean, I'd love to see some powerful forward pressure like we were executing in those first couple of minutes when we gained the ball right in their 20-yard line.
Yes, indeed.
You know, I'd love to see
early, quick passing.
Exactly. A nice forward pressure, strong pace, and you can see immediately that's what they're trying to implement, giving them no room to breathe. It's a tremendous kick, and Salford will gain that in an unbelievably favourable position.
Very rich indeed. Let's see what pressure Salford can create here.
I mean, that is ideal for Salford. You know, they will want to gain the ball in those types of areas.
Identical to what Chester did. They pinned them back in their own half.
Exactly.
With the possession. So let's see what.
Exactly. It's almost a taste of their own medicine.
That's it. Let's see what they can replicate here.
Number 14 will kick this back in a really good position here. Oh, it's a brilliant feint there. He's looked to drive across. And he's going all the way around. Oh, it's a brilliant run so far.
Taken down on this left-hand side of the pitch here.
Kicks back.
Back to number 8.
Salford look to drive. Brilliant. Salford do need to kick back here. Chester players have to release. It's strong play, 17. Does he distribute one more?
Look at taking
He doesn't need one more. It's a brilliant try for Salford.
Number 17, they're rapid fire.
16 for Salford in the home ground. That is absolutely brilliant from Salford number 17, who's just been magical today.
Magical.
Brilliant to pick the ball up in a very overcrowded area. He was confident in his pace, confident in his strength. He ran all the way around, and he's put that try down for Salford to make it 16-6. I mean, that is what you want. That's an instantaneous reply, and that is absolutely brilliant.
Salford showing they're not going to crumble under this pressure here.
Yeah,
that looked to convert.
That was incredible, and now he will look to convert the try that he did put down. I mean, it is a difficult angle, however. You know, that try was very off to the right.
It was.
But, you know, he's gone for 2 for 2 so far, and this will be to make it 18 for Salford.
Chester looking to regroup in the meantime, but let's see, can Salford convert?
Will be 17. It's a strong kick, and it's between the posts, and it's a brilliant start for Salford.
Beautiful. That was beautiful.
I mean, this first half has been immaculate. You know, 18 scored inside the opening 20. I mean, it's just been brilliant.
That's what you want. That's what you want to see. That conversion was beautiful. Very tight angle, like you said. He managed to pull it off.
And you can see a couple of changes have now been made for Salford. You know, get some fresh legs, maybe some new faces. You know, like we're interested to see, as you can see, number 24 arriving. And we will see how Salford, can react to those changes being made.
Let's hope they can keep Chester under the pressure.
And, I mean, you've got to feel for Chester slightly in that respect, I guess, because obviously they worked so hard to get that, and for Salford to just destroy them on a defensive level.
Quick turnaround.
Yeah. To be honest, I couldn't care less. I'm
No.
pro Salford, but
Better be.
Be a problem if we weren't.
but yes, a very very strong start for Salford, and they're gonna look to just only compound that. Well, Chester will kick off here. Taking care with this, obviously, we've seen the impact that a strong kick can do, as we've just seen from Salford's most recent try.
Indeed, indeed. And both teams looking uncomfortable when pinned back into their own half.
That's not the best kick, however, will be collected by the new man. Here's 24, and he's immediately gone to get himself involved, and he's still driving.
Not looking to be taken down.
He's
here.
still
Oh,
driving.
and
He's done brilliantly there to progress.
Done very well there. Very well.
He's got a kick back. That will be released. Oh, and he's gone.
Harsh impact there in the middle of the pitch.
What you've got to say about this Salford team is they do seem really fearless.
Can progress. They can progress up this pitch.
They seem really
quick.
fearless. But they're not afraid of a challenge. They're going into challenges with 3, 4, 5, even 6 Chester players, and it's just they're coming out on top.
They are. Slight injury here for the Salford player.
Obviously, we hope he's all right. He seems to be in good spirits. It just seems maybe like a slight tweak.
Salford's number 22.
Yeah, he's a tough cookie. I reckon he'll stay on.
He looks it. He looks it.
Yeah, he's flipping massive. Referee has ruled it a knock-on, so it will be a turnover and a Chester ball.
Knock on here, right in the centre of the pitch.
It will be a Chester offensive scrum. Obviously, this does favour Chester, and there it is. Broken out, and it's a brilliant driving run from number 6. You've got to say he's been probably Chester's shining light. Set up that chance earlier.
I would say so, yes.
And he has looked really confident whenever he's got on the ball. Oh, it's brilliant defensively from Salford's number 12, however. Just giving no leeway, no space, nothing. Salford, you can see, if the first challenge misses, they just go in 2, 3, 4, 5 players just to ensure that the man gets down.
He goes down every time.
I think what's brilliant is when they do get the man down, they have enough time to regroup. It's a strong run, however, by the Chester player. Now Salford's defense, number 24. You've got to say, defensively, he's been absolutely brilliant since coming on. 19's almost double the size of him. And he's gone in no fear, no worry. Or number 6, he's tried that kick again. He's tried that kick again, which worked so well to get Chester their try. He's recovered it well, though.
Come on, boys.
Here's 18. He's going to look to drive through a couple of bodies.
And number 19 here for Chester just come off the pitch. Looks a bit winded here. Chester's
a strong bit of play from 13. And Chester secure their second try of the day. I mean, you've got to say that was brilliant feat. He was in there, he was bobbing and weaving, going in and out. I mean, the Salford player, unlucky, it is a slippy pitch, but he did end up on the floor.
He did.
And, I mean, he persevered, and it's a brilliant try, to be honest. That will secure their 10th point of the day. And they will look to have their second converted try of the day.
It looks it, but I'd say weakest point here is when both teams get pinned back in their own half.
I'd say so. I mean, Salford were doing really well.
Salford do look stronger.
They were doing really well, you've got to say, in the first opening 10 minutes of being able to counteract that. I mean, they probably got a bit unlucky, the kick that deflected back into the hands of number 6 recently there. But you've got to say Chester have been able to, nullify the Salford's ability to counter. They've been able to, kind of block off any messiness that they were having in the early part of the game, and they're going to look to progress here.
Is it half time? What are they?
No, so it will be a conversion here. referee to take it on.
We're going to say referee to take the conversion then.
No. Well, to be fair, I wouldn't mind if the referee took the kick. Probably help us. It will be Chesters number 6 for their second converted try of the game to put them up to 12. It's a strong start. It's a brilliant kick, you've got to say. And, you know, that does put it to a bit more of a close game, you know.
It does.
It's only one converted try between the two sides, you know. We said how well Salford started. However, Chester have, you know, come back.
They do. They have.
I mean, we did say that we do think this is a stronger Chester side than last year. And they are showing that, you know. They are giving our boys a really good game.
They are.
But we've seen the boys bounce back so well after the last converted try.
Indeed. So I think they're going to look to the same again, aren't they?
I mean, our kicker, number 17, he's looked just on the money today.
Oh, yes.
He's put it in dangerous areas of every kickoff, and he will look to do that again.
Also, number 24 here, having a very good impact since coming off the bench.
We will see the new introduction of number 19 as well. There's another strong kick, and you can see the pressure of Salford immediately mounting.
Going in, and twos and threes is taken down immediately. It's deep in Chester's own half.
And you've got to say, Chester, they've got to get out of an area like this.
But it's the defensive work of Salford. They're coming in and taken down.
It's a really high press. Chester's calling for a potential foul there, potential high tackle. They're going to go again.
I didn't see it.
And it's a strong break. Kick back. Just looking to mount the pressure, but look at the pressure of Salford.
Again, defensive work from 24 again, coming into play. He's been great since coming off the bench.
He really has. I mean, he's really, you know, going to try and cement himself a place to start, but this is a brilliant run from Chester. But yeah, back on 24, I just think he's been so tenacious, so aggressive since coming on. You know, in an offensive and defensive, you know, standpoint. That
Indeed.
I mean, he's gonna look to go, and this is what I'm saying. These kicks. This time it was number 1, and he's put it in a great area, and it's a really awkward area for Salford, and it's a high tackle, surely.
I was round in there. Sorry.
It's a
Have a word with him, ref.
I mean, you've got to say, we don't want to see that. You know, that is, you know, potentially dangerous.
It's disgusting.
It is potentially dangerous, and I mean, you've got to say that as a let-off because it was a really good bit of play.
It was a dangerous position. Salford were in a dangerous position.
It's a really good bit of play by Chester's number 1, you've got to say. But, I mean, it has been ruined due to that high tackle.
Chester could have capitalised on that situation there, but instead went for the neck.
But we have seen that, you know, defensively, they are looking stronger.
Chester are looking a bit stronger defensively now.
And, you know, Salford are really going to have to dig in this time.
Taking a leaf out of Salford's book defensively, Chester are.
So, I mean, well, you've got to say in the last 10 minutes or so, Salford have seemed to maybe slow down a bit. We have been, you know, ranting and raving about how well number 24 in particular has been playing. However, you have to say they have slowed down in the last couple of minutes, and we want to see them pick it back up.
Let's see what they can do offensively here. As they're breaking away forward here.
It's a great tackle, to be fair, by Chester.
There's a lovely little drive there.
Kick back.
Look to do the same again.
Oh, but it's strong play from Salford's 8. That is brilliant. He's on top. He does need the space to kick back.
So the kick forward.
Try something a bit intricate here. The referee has blown up here. And now play has resumed. Off the kick on. Now Salford have to regroup, make sure they're defensively resolute here.
Just looking a bit all over the place here, but we'll see what they can do here offensively.
They are. There's not a lot of shape, however. You know, we have seen in the last few minutes they are, you know, growing into the game. They are looking more confident. Now Chester will kick back. Looks to drive here.
Breaking Salford off.
I mean, you can see that that's their pattern of play, isn't it? Getting Salford off, quick, powerful, whippy passes that, you know, can open up the gaps so they can drive into, and then potentially distribute it back to one if needed, and distribute it with a kick into like a far corner.
Indeed.
That's what they're looking for.
But
And they've done a good job of it in the last few minutes, I've got to say.
Salford looking to stop him in. Number 27 driving forward here.
I mean, we've been raving about how good 24's been playing, but 27, oh my gosh, has he been good.
Little impact still here for Chester, isn't it?
I mean, he came on, you know, when they were really struggling, immediately came on, got a try, and, you know, you've got to say he has really changed the game for them. He's just provided a bit more openings, a bit more power, a bit more steel in that front line.
That's what Chester need. That's what Chester need, but Salford able to deal with it so far as they stay ahead here.
I mean, you might want to see maybe a bit more variety with maybe like some kicks with Salford, you know, maybe some drop kicks into the opposing half. You know, they have shown that their forward pressure has been great, and they have been giving Chester, you know, a lot of issues off the kick. So, I mean, maybe potential drop kicks, like high press. I mean, would that be something that you think could help Salford here?
I don't see why not, but look great here on the
It's a brilliant drive. He's got surely distribute. He doesn't need anyone. He's done brilliantly.
He's gone all the way.
It's an unbelievable run there. He secures the try for Salford. All the way from his own half, his own 40-yard line.
Absolutely brilliant run
and that has secured yet another try for Salford, and again opens that 2-try lead.
It's what we like to see. It's what we like to see. Absolutely.
I mean, the team performance has been strong, but that's the type of individual brilliance you love to see.
It's devastating.
You love to see that type of flair. You love to see that type of, you know, passion, that type of aggression. You know, 4 or 5 challenges came into his way there, Dilan.
He took them all.
And he took all of them with optimum confidence, and still had time to, you know, get in a more favourable position for the kicker, for the conversion. You know.
Beautiful. Just looking a bit scrappy there defensively, but.
And we did say this, you know, on the break, Salford are looking strong. We are looking powerful. And I mean, there we finally got a chance to, you know, execute a fast break.
That's 2 tries though on the break,
and it's been perfect. And 2 tries there that you can say that they confidently, it was a one-man job. Indeed. where you know the work from the side was able to open up gaps. And it was great individual quality, great individual brilliance. That one was absolutely outrageous because he went from left to right, and was able to secure it. But number 17 is going to take on his 4th conversion of the day. Ooh. And unfortunately, he can't go 100%, but we're not going to knock him because he's been absolutely brilliant today.
He has.
He's created so many openings for Salford. Well, what we can expect, we've seen it off both tries. You know, Chester are going to come at us fast now.
They are.
You know, they'll kick to us, and it might not necessarily be immediate higher pressure.
No.
But like it will definitely be in probably around the halfway line. Yeah, it will be strong. You know, midfield pressure that will, you know, force Salford to, you know, take a step back. Oh, he's going to have another go at converting, and he has converted. Oh, brilliant! Right. Well, it seems we missed something there, Dilan, but...
Well, I'll put Salford 24 up.
But I will take it. Was that 4 from 4? We'll say that's 4 from 4.
So why not?
But, yeah, well, like I was saying, you know, Chester are going to come, you know, forwards. They're going to come with high pressure in that midfield line, and they're going to try and take the ball off probably a 6 challenge turnover, and then they're going to try and break forward and run.
They are indeed. But that's what Salford going to let them? Is my question.
Well, that's what we have to... you know, hope for. You know, defensively we started the game brilliantly.
We
dropped off a little bit, but
I still think we look strong enough.
I think we have come back, especially in the last 5. You know, looking strong, powerful, and getting back onto those breaks. You know, turning defensive into offense, like you said, a prime Liverpool, which I don't agree with. But
you just said it.
No comment. But you know, that's the play we want to see. You know, we know this Salford team is capable. I mean, we all saw Varsity last year, you know.
Amazing scoreline lineup.
It was just tremendous in the year before. It was just as good. It's not the most powerful kick. And now Salford will look to drive. And now he's going to go straight into the contact, and he's ridden it beautifully through 3-4 Chester players.
Before taking down here, it's beautiful. Beautiful drive there.
Kick back. Pull back. And this is what I was saying, that high-intensity midfield pressure, it did come in, but Salford have ridden it well.
They have indeed.
Now this 13, he's not afraid of any contact. Look at that, driving into a ruck of 3-4 players.
They've got into Chester's half here very easily, I must say. Taking on 3 challenges.
They've beaten the press well, well.
Taking on 3 challengers here.
Is that Boris Johnson in their back row?
That trim. Jesus Christ. Someone get him a vegan sausage roll.
Blue passport. There's a kick towards the corner. Obviously, we saw Chester implement something similar. That is a brilliant hit from Salford. To not let them break out at all.
No.
And look at this. This is the high pressure we wanted to see.
This is what we like. This is what we like.
Just not allowing them to break out and making them use up their 6 tackle rule just now. Oh, and it's a fumble! And Salford will claim the fruits of that insolence.
Chester gonna try and oppose this.
Chester have appealed. It has been given.
That
Salford take another converted try. Another try.
Hopefully converted.
Hopefully converted try. I mean, that is brilliant. That is what we've been talking about all day, Dylan. You know, winning the ball high up the pitch. Brilliant kick from our number 17 again. We were saying it earlier. We'd like to see them implement a couple of drop ball kicks into those dangerous areas.
They did that.
And an unbelievable hit. I believe it was by our number 25.
I did see.
He was absolutely brilliant there. And just the perseverance and the persistence to make Chester uncomfortable, cause them to fumble the ball. And it was an unbelievable claim.
That's what they do. That's what Salford do.
And I've got the most faith. It's a strong area for our number 17 to convert. We've seen him convert 2 from a similar area today.
See if you can do for the 3rd in a similar position.
He's confident. He steps up. And it was a strong kick.
Beautifully.
And Salford will claim yet another converted try.
It's beautiful. It is beautiful. Put some 30 up.
I mean, we've got to say. I mean, they've ended the half. You know, or not ended the half, but they've come back in these last 10 minutes brilliantly. Because we were saying we were a bit concerned.
We were concerned.
We saw a bit of a drop off, but you know they've come back confident as ever, and they're really showing the fresh legs, the power. I think the substitutions that have been made have really made a great impact. I mean, I think number 17 today. Number 17 and number 24, obviously, we've highlighted as our standouts. But, I mean, that hit from number 25 was unbelievable today.
It's beautiful.
Right, so it's around 38 minutes played here, Dylan. I mean, what would you summarise from this half so far?
Chester need to get back into it. That's all I need to say. I know they scored 2 tries here, 2 converted tries, but they're looking weaker defensively than Salford. Salford looking tremendous on the defence.
Yeah, I mean,
and the offense as well. Their breaks have been beautiful to watch. Can Chester replicate this? I don't know. We'll see.
I mean, that's what you want to see. Obviously, I mean, the backs I think today have really won Salford this game. I think they've just been so powerful and so committed.
This driving from the back line.
17. This is what we're saying. He's been unbelievable today.
It's that ginger power.
I mean, to progress 20, 30 yards there. I mean, it's just brilliant. Look, Salford will look to charge. And look, I mean, you can see here, Chester are a bigger team than Salford, but Salford just do not care.
No, they don't.
They'll
get messy. They'll get dirty into it.
This is what I mean. This is what wins games, though. This tenacity, this hunger. I mean, it's just showing that size really does not matter.
It doesn't. And the heavens have opened up again, hopefully.
I mean, look at this. I mean, these conditions are not ideal at all, but Salford are giving everything.
Oh,
there's an arm around the head there, referee.
Got to be deadlock. Say it a WWE ring.
I mean, Salford are going to look to, progress, potentially, gain one more try before the end of this half.
Hopefully they do.
I mean, I've got full confidence. I mean, we've really seen a big resurgence, compared to, the 10-minute spell where they really were down, conceded 2 tries. I mean, they've just looked brilliant.
Chester don't like being pinned back here.
They're really struggling with the forward pressure, aren't they? They're really struggling with the power, it seems, and the speed particularly. And there is one more here. And surely Salford for another. Oh! Whoa!
Clattered into right before the try line.
It's a questionable challenge.
Oh, Boris Johnson.
I mean, there will be some handbags here. I mean, it was it's a really poor challenge. You've got to say from the Chester player. You don't want to see that.
That was bad. Oh, you don't want to be seeing that.
There was no intention to play the ball. No. He never like dived for legs. He didn't go for anything.
It was just. Look, they're getting fed up of Salford's pressure.
Of course. I mean, I don't think a card will will be seen or anything.
We'll see.
I just do think it was a bit of poor judgment, but it does seem that they are tracking back and the conversion tee has been brought on. So I do believe, even after getting smashed like that, the number 12 still had the wherewithal to score a try, which that is absolutely unbelievable.
That's lovely.
You got to say, he took it like a champ there. I mean, that is an ugly hit. I mean, that would probably kill me or you in seconds. Did you see the size of the bloke's shoulder, bruv? You're dead. So it's
I'll confirm it.
Huh?
I'll confirm it.
You go get tackled, yeah?
Oh,
You go get tackled on here. I guarantee you're begging for a sub.
I ain't got the right footwear on, bro.
Yeah, neither do I, to be fair.
I mean, you ain't got the right attire on. I didn't get the...
We're in flipping
you
Clarks,
can't see
mate.
Miles, but he's suited and booted, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, mate. Well, what do you mean? I'm out for Salford Rugby League, man. I have to look magical. I'm in the presence
Unfortunately, I didn't
of
get
one of
that
the best
memo,
kickers in this league. Look at this. He's confident, takes a breath like a prime Ronaldo, steps up 3 paces. It's a strong kick. He gets another converted try. It's an unbelievable start for Salford, and that will call for the half. I mean, brilliant. I mean, Dylan, just to get a brief summary of your thoughts there.
Beautiful off. Beautiful off here.
I mean, that's all you need.
That's all, you don't need much. You don't need much.
You don't need anything. You know,
Oh,
Salford,
cameras
they've
back
shown
on.
that they can come back from adversity there. You know, confident. They showed hunger. They showed tenacity.
Yep.
You know, even when they were dropping off a bit, they came back, regrouped, and what an end to the half.
That's what we thought. We thought they were dropping off maybe halfway through the half.
3
but-
tries in about 8 minutes.
But then that's it. Those fast breaks came back into play, and the aggression was shown. It was a good half of rugby.
Yeah, no, I mean that's what you love to see. You know, like that. I mean, that tenacity, that hunger is what that's league-winning form.
Yep.
And hopefully we can go on, extend the scoreline, and maybe give Chester another beating.
Chester needs to regroup here. I think they're looking a bit worse for wear.
We are back for the second half here. You know, Chester will look to kick off, but I mean, you've got to say the way Salford ended that half was just brilliant. And I mean, I mentioned it earlier. The performance of number 17 in particular.
Yeah.
4 out of 5 converted tries. I mean, he's just been brilliant. When it comes to his kicking, the pace he's shown is excellent. It's a strong kick for Chester. Oh, and it is a knock-on. It is a knock-on, and that is the perfect start for Chester for this half. See, his wet, slippery conditions. You know.
So,
I mean, but Dylan, how do you think Salford should approach this defensively?
same as they did in the first half. I think, like we said, we thought they were looking a bit weaker and halfway through that half, but. I think if they can go again into their 2s and 3s, making sure that Chester don't progress, which they did well in the first half, I think we'll be in for another great second half with hopefully as little tries as possible.
Yeah, you touched on it. You touched on it in the first half. You know, I think it was the changes, the bringing in number 27 really did maybe shake up Salford. It brought a different, look to the game.
Yep.
So it will be an uncontested scrum.
Scrum here.
And the referee is bringing it back here. But I mean, you did mention it. Number 27 coming in, it just changed the game a little bit. But Salford, they came back and regrouped, and they've shown. I mean, particularly number 8, number 17, the ability to break out from those defensive blocks.
They've shown they can deal with it. They can deal with it. And hopefully they can deal with it for another 40 minutes here.
One will enter the ball into the scrum here. Now their lock forward will look to drive.
Number 6 progresses forward here for Chester.
It's a strong challenge in there from Salford. And Salford, they've just got to maintain this defensive line.
Again, going in that group.
It's Boris. Oh, brilliant challenge from 21. He's been doing that all day. And he's shown, just great strength, great determination. Boris
Johnson taken down. I'm sure the Labour Party would be happy with that.
Amen. Oh, it's a good bit of progression here for Chester, though. And he's going to keep pushing. Looks to kick back to 26. Oh, and he's taken him by the leg. And the referee has called. And there will be also a Chester change.
Boris Johnson looking weak here.
Yeah, Boris Johnson, he's out of office again. It's a crying shame. He's fuming.
He was holding the back of his head, but maybe a bit partying too hard, maybe.
Oh my God! Wait, we might have to cut all the Boris Johnson jokes. He might be albino.
Oh,
wait. Oh, shame. Yeah. Oh.
Oh. Well, moving on. Moving on.
Right. Seems some deliberation going on with the official. Physio is on the pitch. Hopefully it's nothing too serious. 21, he seems in good spirits. He's been brilliant today.
He has indeed.
And, you know, I mean, he's been really key, especially in a defensive aspect. You know, he has, I believe he is playing fullback, and he has just looked strong. But, you know, it's a Chester ball in a very promising area, you got to say. It's kicked off. 17 looks to drive, and he's going to try and get over. It's brilliant defensively from Salford to prevent.
Not letting them progress here.
And now
They're
he's
right on their line.
I mean, it's like you said, Dylan, you know, Salford just got to maintain these twos, maintain the threes, especially in such a
difficult position.
A defensively sensitive area.
Yep.
Oh, but it's brilliant play from Chester. Surely another try. Oh, it's a high challenge. It's a really high challenge. It's a really high challenge. However, the try has been put away. He does seem to be all right. He does seem to be all right. I don't think we're going to see any cards here. You know, it doesn't seem like, you know, too serious an injury.
Just a little word from the ref, I think. Just a little word.
But it will be a try and a chance to convert here for Chester University.
Chance to score their third converted try.
Yeah. I mean, you know, hopefully, you know, that player is all right. He does seem in good spirits here. The referee is having a word with number 8, you know, just over, you know, how that challenge could have been potentially dangerous. But it's a good,
Yeah.
No, it's a good start. It seems in good stead. You know, that's what we like to see. Referee shakes the hand of our skipper, the number 8, and
responsibility though.
Exactly. You know, confident player. You know, we want to see this type of stuff in rugby. You know, keep it simple. But it is a very difficult conversion area. You got to say.
Very tight angle, yeah.
I mean, Chester will be in good spirits. I mean, that was the start that they were wishing for. You know, that is not what we wanted to see. No. I mean, Salford obviously still do have, you know, that 2 converted try cushion. Yeah. But, you know, that's not the start we wanted to see, you know, from the second half.
Why doesn't he just Trevella it?
It's not FIFA, Dylan. It's not FIFA.
36 to... Was that an 8-point try, you said? So you dashed the third one, so it'll be... 20.
Oh, yeah, 20, 30, 36-20.
36-20.
Wait, what? 26-20? 36-20.
It's a strong kick. And he can't convert. It does remain 36-20 in favour of Salford.
Why is it an 8-point try?
Because of the high danger attacker.
Yeah. Obviously an 8-point try awarded as well due to the danger and severity of that challenge. And he will have a second kick here. He will have a second attempt to, you know, progress Chester's lead, Chester's comeback. It's a strong area for number 6. He's expected to convert this for them. And he does, with ease. It's a strong kick. And, I mean, Chester are showing fight, you know. And as much as, you know, we want to see Salford, you know, run through every team, it's good to have some competition. It is good to see some competition.
Healthy competition.
You know, this is a team, you know, still in its very early stages. You know, a lot of new faces in here. You know, we are missing players from last season, Sam Rogers, for example. And, you know, it's a young team. It's a team, you know, that's quite new. And, you know, you want to see them face a bit of adversity early, you know, but obviously still come out on top. You know, go through the challenges, go through, you know, any trouble, and then they can get through it. But now this is where we want to see that high pressure that was executed by Salford in the first half. Don't you agree, Dylan?
Oh, yes, 100%, I think.
I mean, 17 will kick. It's a strong kick. It's an awkward kick. And Salford, this is what I mean.
Just to collect it.
Oh, and he's dropped the ball. And it has been classed a Salford ball.
Switch over here, that's what we want to see.
And that's exactly what we were talking about, you know. The kicking of 17 has given Chester so many problems over the entire course of the day. And, I mean, that is just absolutely brilliant. And that's exactly what Salford needed. That's what they needed after, you know, not a great start to the second half.
No, they need a little bounce back, and that's what they've been granted here.
Exactly. I mean, it was a brilliant kick. It was an awkward kick. It really made life difficult for, that defensive line of Chester. And they can kick back here, Salford, in a really promising area.
Very central.
Only 20 yards or so away from, the try line. And 22's he's immediately gone in.
It's taken down.
Kick back. And Salford with that quick distribution that we were seeing in the first half.
12 going through. Still going. Still driving. Taking 4 Chester men there to take him down.
Oh, it's kicked out. Brilliant play there. And 13 has been so on it all day, but he's been ruled to have committed an offence, and it will be a turnover and a Chester ball, which is a shame, Dylan. You've got to say, because that was a promising move for Salford.
Very promising position.
After not the best start to the second half, and I mean, it's a shame that it's gone back to a Chester ball, but. No, I can see Salford, executing quite a high press off here.
I don't think that Chester have got the breakaway capabilities that Salford
I don't think they do either. But I mean, what they have shown, they've got power and they can get out of these, tight defensive spots.
But I think if Salford continue with their run of defensive work in 2-3 groups, then we'll be fine.
What's that high pressure that we saw, particularly in the last 10 minutes of the first half? That's what we want to see. It's going to be an uncontested scrum here in favour of Chester, and they will look to drive. Now, they don't necessarily have the pace on Salford, but they do have a lot of physical presence, a lot of power. Yeah. Kick back. Chester looked to drive. Oh, and he's pushed him back beautifully there, number 4.
Beautiful play.
Chester's 26 will look to kick back. They're going to look to drive. And it's a good bit of progression by Chester, and this is where you want to see, Salford go in their 2s, in their 3s, get the legs. And then, because immediately now you can see already, we were talking about the breakaway capabilities, maybe not the fast breakaway capabilities. However, look at the ground they've gained. The progression of Chester today has been brilliant.
It has been a lot slower.
And number one has been on those kicks all day, and it has really made life awkward, particularly for our fullbacks.
High challenge.
It's a slightly high challenge. It's a high challenge.
Is it fuck?
It's quite around his neck, but sure.
Doesn't seem too happy, does he? It was a high challenge, you've got to say. And
the arm was around the neck there.
I mean, and it probably was a bit of a let-off because it was a really good kick yet again by number 1. Our fullback was struggling. I mean, he's had a great game. Let's not confuse it. Salford have been brilliant today. It was a great kick by the Chester fullback, and they're going to look to progress. Oh, and a strong play from Salford's 12. Brilliant. He's done really well to retain possession of the ball.
Right in front of us.
Chester players do have to release here. They do have to release.
20 kicks back.
I mean, you'd like to see in these areas maybe Salford just distribute a bit quicker.
Quicker, yeah. You want to get out a bit quicker in your own half here.
Exactly. This is the area I believe Chester do have their best pressure, in this mid-line.
They have been a lot better here on this pressing backwards.
Exactly.
They have been a lot better, stronger.
And that's the quick passing we want to see from Salford. I mean, they've been so good at doing that all day. Especially in the higher areas of the pitch, just getting onto the ball, quick 2, 3, 4 passes, and then they're sweep.
Salford are progressing to Chester off here.
Now, if you can see, the right winger is in loads of space, and he's going to give chase to this. And their 2 has not dealt with that pressure, in the best way, but it has gone out and back. It was a good idea. He's going to tap it to his foot. And we're live. Oh, and he's run through the challenge beautifully. But Salford, that's what they've done so well all day. They've gone in 2s, they've gone in 3s, and they've not allowed them to break up the pitch.
They always have a man back in the challenge. So like you see all there, one first miss.
However,
the other one comes in.
There was a bit of illegal contact there by 13. So will they go for the 40 by 20 here? Does it look like, or will they just seek to kick it off the foot? They will. Oh, it's a strong challenge again. I mean, Dylan, you hit the nail on the head earlier when you were talking about going in 2s, going in 3s, not allowing a man to be isolated. Oh. And Salford have done that well today. They haven't ever left anyone alone. Oh. So just in case that first challenge doesn't work, they've always got the backup.
That's it. And that's been the key, I think, to Salford's defence.
But you have to give credit to Chester here. You know, it's been a good sustained spell.
It's been a good second half for Chester so far.
I mean, obviously there is still a 16-point lead.
Indeed, they do need to prove it with some points, but I think second half of high challenges, a few words from the ref.
Well, obviously, I mean, players are getting tired now. This is where you know, mistakes and a few fouls are going to start to set in. It's going to be a bit more stop-start in this half, but you know, Salford just need to deal with that with their optimum tenacity. But Chester are looking to break high here.
There with a very, very good drive.
He's surely going to have to put down to kick back. Surely,
he's not going down.
It's been given as a Chester ball. Now, these are the areas where Salford do need to be careful, because obviously we were talking about, Salford are great on the fast break. However, when, you're lining up on the line against a team so powerful, it can get difficult. Ball's not gone over. It's a brilliant challenge. A team so big like Chester can go, and it's a try. It is another 4 on the board for Chester. Salford, they do need to, maybe think about some potential changes here.
Potentially,
because they have started off this this half, a bit more rocky, a bit more tired, and it is showing.
For Chester's second try of the half.
Exactly, it's been a really good start from Chester. You have to give them credit. I mean,
something must have worked at half time.
Because we were giving Salford as much credit in the first half, but Chester have started this second half really, really well.
Salford needs to look to regroup here.
Yeah, of course. I mean, we know the quality of this side. They can come back. They will come back. And obviously, even with a conversion here,
they're still in front.
Exactly. Even with a conversion here, it will be 36-26, I believe. So they've still got that 10-point differential. So and with a conversion here, it will go up to 28. So actually, my apologies, it will go to an 8-point differential, which is a converted try and an extra conversion. But
what points Chester can get on the board here?
Well, exactly. I mean, hopefully this 8-point try won't come back to bite us. But
a comfortable position.
You expect him to convert here. It's a comfortable area for the 6, and he does with relative ease. That will be 36-28. I mean, Salford just need to regroup here. I think they just need to calm down. Potentially some changes. I mean, I'd like to see maybe 24 reintroduced again.
That would be a key.
I'd love to see, because he was doing a really good job earlier of breaking up the play and just making it a bit more of a dogfight. A bit more of a dogfight in those central areas. Because I mean, I think Chester want a dogfight once they get into offensive range.
Yes.
But I think Salford, in the middle, where Chester seem to be most confident with their pressure, just need to make it a bit more messy, a bit more scrappy. And then they need to find, avenues to distribute to the wingers and, look for number 17, who I think has been our danger man today.
Well, hopefully they can do that on this break here.
Well, this is the benefit of even when we do concede a try. His kicking has been so good today, I've got to say. And, he's just going to look to put it in those dodgy areas. And you can see, again, I mean, it's gone across. And immediately you can see a high press, and it is a knock-on, surely. And that is the perfect start that Salford needed again. But let's hope they can take advantage this time.
That's it. Press Chester back.
Well, we saw in this last half. Obviously, they had a bit of a shaky moment, but I mean, because they're not even playing badly. It's just Chester have really upped their quality.
Yeah.
But we'll see here. Let's hope that they can get back to the standards that we saw at the end of the last half. Because I mean, it's not been too long of this half, but I mean, you want to see Salford widen that gap again. It's been a great test. Chester have brought a great test, but we do want to see Salford widen that gap.
Scrum here halfway, about 25 yards out.
The scrum off will distribute. It's a great play by the skipper. And 14, again going on one of those marauding runs. And it's a brilliant bit of play from our number 14. He's been absolutely exceptional tonight.
That is what you like to see. That was beautiful.
I mean, when he gets the ball, he's so confident, isn't he, Dylan? He just runs and runs and runs. He gets challenges and he just shoves them off like it's nothing.
It was that strong drive again that we saw throughout the whole of the first half. Strong drive. That puts Salford up to 40 points there.
I mean, but that's the type of power we were looking for, and that's exactly what Salford needed, you know.
We needed a bit of re-energy back into this.
Well, of course, you know, it was a less than ideal start to the half, but I mean, like this side we were talking about earlier. They are a side that can show character, a side that can show strength, and they've done well. And you know, our kicker, the number 17, he's gonna step up once again.
Hopefully, he can convert again.
Here we go. 17 will step up here. It's a difficult angle. But that does not matter for him. I mean, he's been absolutely brilliant tonight. It was never in doubt, was it?
Composure. It's all composure.
Exactly. I mean, he's happy with that one. It was a tight angle. It's a difficult area. In poor conditions as well, you've got to say. It's absolutely hoofing it down.
Conditions are just... It's casual for Salford, isn't it?
Well, exactly. I mean, Chester, they are going to look to regroup here. You can see, you know, slight delay on the kickoff here. But they're going to look to regroup because obviously they did start the half well, but that you know, can be a turning point. You know, momentum is a very tangible thing, and if that is in the favour of Salford, you've got to think it's dangerous. We saw at the end.
Hopefully.
We saw at the end of the half. You know, 3 tries in around 10 minutes. Strong try.
Has been with Chester this second half, but Salford have looked to break that, and they have with that try there. But let's hope they can continue for the rest of the second half. Put Chester a bit back under pressure.
40-28.
I've got written down there. 42-28.
I mean, you've got to say, Dylan, after that try, I mean, it's going to be a bit of a mountain now for Chester to climb if they do want to get, you know, anything out of this game. But I mean, let's hope Salford can, you know, kick on and let's try and widen this scoreline, you know, because I mean, I think we've shown that we can be tested, but let's see if we can, you know, go on and progress.
That'll be the ideal scenario.
Number 1 again kicks into an area that is awkward, but it's taken beautifully there from Salford.
Salford look to drive again, try and make up some ground in their own half.
No fear of any contact, is there? I mean, that's the tenacity you want to see in a side like this. They are going to drive here. Oh, surely a slightly high tackle there. They're going to press. Oh, it's a strong run from 1, and this is what we've seen all day. Salford when they are, you know, they've got momentum on their side, when they're feeling confident. You know, players aren't afraid to take on 2, 3, 4 Chester men. And look at this 14 again, just showing so much power, so much desire.
There, I saw.
He doesn't even go down. He's done brilliantly there, and he's back up. He's back up in a second.
And look at the ground that Salford have made up in that short space of time. And
exactly, and now the skipper! The skipper
goes all the way through!
Oh, brilliant run! In comes the captain!
Beautiful.
Chester cannot deal with this. Salford are in the zone. And that was absolutely brilliant. I mean, 14, the amount of ground, and he took 5 men down with him. That was brilliant. And then what an absolutely brilliant marauding run from our number 8, the captain.
Skipper's responsibility.
I mean, that's the type of leadership you want to see.
That's what you want to see.
You know, we were just talking about how brilliant it is, the tenacity, the fearlessness of this side. You know, to go take on 2, 3, 4 men at a time, and I mean that's leading by example. Gets the ball in a central area and absolutely bulldozes his way past 3, 4 men, and puts it down in a beneficial area for the kicker. And, I mean, we've got more than enough confidence that we're going to have another converted try here for Salford.
We can hope and pray.
And that we will make it 48-28, which, I mean, at this point in the game, it's a really substantial lead. And I mean, to be fair, I've got more than enough confidence to see Salford kicking on even further.
Oh, yeah, 100%. They've got the momentum now. This is the momentum they had in the first half. Got to convert, and it's comfortable.
And it's brilliant.
Once again.
I mean, this is just extraordinary. I mean, you've got to say, I mean, there have been obviously rough patches in this game, but I mean, Salford haven't actually, you know, dwindled at any point. You've got to say, like, in terms of, you know, the quality's been up. You know, that like the potential of this team is really shining through, and you got to bear in mind it's a new squad. You know.
It's going to take time to gel together, but
come a few weeks' time. You know, when these boys are more used to training with each other, more used to playing in match situations, you know.
You'll be scared. You'll be scared to see what happens.
I mean, it's a really frightening prospect, you've got to say, because I mean, they've just started brilliantly. They started brilliantly, and they seem to be ending on an even better note. I mean, props to Chester today, but I mean, Salford's quality has shone through.
It has.
Salford's quality really has shone through.
But that's just history, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
That's just history.
And number one, I mean, you have to say he's probably been, Chester's best player today. He's just trying to kick into these awkward areas. And, I mean, this is what I probably anticipated, them kicking it into that more central area, where their pressure probably is more sustainable. But 14 again, just a marauding run, wins his team a foul, and looks to progress for Salford.
And driving runs have been Salford's strong point on the offensive.
They've just been immense. It's that fearlessness you want to see, and this man has just been incredible.
It's the tenacity, it's the fearlessness you want to see.
He's got 2 tries for himself today, and he's just, he still wants more. You can see the hunger for him. And now here's 2. Oh, it's brilliant. And this is what we want to see. I mean, goes on, rides 2 challenges, and gets Salford further up the pitch. Put back.
I think these Chester players don't.
Now here's 8. Obviously got a try for himself just earlier. And now Salford, you can see here, trying to overload the left side. It's called a knock-on. I do believe that went backwards, however.
Looked like a knock-on.
I do believe that went backwards, though. Oh, my apologies, I may have miscalled it. Salford still seem to be in possession of the ball. Oh no, it is a Chester ball. I do believe it was ruled as a knock-on.
Dodgy decision.
I mean, slightly questionable decision, but you got to give it up to the ref. To be fair, he has been, good today. He's, he's been down the middle. We can't really complain too much. I do believe this is going to be an uncontested scrum.
18 yards
which
out,
will be fed by Chester. Now they do look to break immediately.
Like I said,
but then that high pressure that we've been talking about all day today.
It's just not working on the breakaway for Chester here. They can't do it as fast as Salford has been.
Yeah, they don't have the pace, do they? I mean, they've got lots of power. They've got the power. They've got the power, but in a a defensive aspect where you need to break out, you need to get the ball up the pitch away from your 20-yard line, your try line. It's called a knock-on again. But however, that did go backwards. But I mean, probably a bit of favour for Salford there. You got to say. I mean, we're not complaining, but
I'm not complaining. Not complaining.
And I mean, we were saying earlier, offensively, that power comes in so brilliantly. When it's a tight, compact game and you're pushing for a try, right?
Yeah.
However, when you're pinned back by a side who are equally as fearless, and you don't have the pace to get you out, it is really difficult. Yeah. It's going to be an uncontested scrum, fed by our number 17. And it will be distributed. Oh, it's a brilliant step from 16. Oh, wow, what a challenge. Chester really going to try and push forwards here. Get it into that midfield area where their pressure's been so effective. Chester will kick back here.
6 is a bit angry, huh?
He's not happy about something that happened in the build-up, obviously.
Getting a bit aggy.
It's a heated game, however. Obviously, it's all in the spirit of rivalry as well. You've got to bear in mind.
Let's hope he can keep his head. Or maybe in our case.
I'm expecting 26 to probably tap it off his foot in just a second, and then we will get play back underway. We are live. Right, 20 looks to go. And this is brilliant from Salford. But he's still pushing through, however. Oh, and 6 going through with a lot of power, to be fair.
That all that aggression going
But this is what we were talking about. Offensively, that power will be brilliant, you know, where you don't necessarily need the pace. You just need the strength to get you up the pitch. Oh, drop ball, and Salford can claim that. Salford do brilliantly to claim that there. I mean, and we've been good at doing that, you know, finding those pockets of mistakes from Chester and just exploiting it.
We've capitalised well on these mistakes, haven't we?
13, great strength there. He's ridden a few challenges, drops the ball. And it is ruled to be a turnover, and it will go over to Chester. You know what? The idea was great. It's just, unfortunately, the execution couldn't come off there.
Great offensive determination from our player there.
Of course, man. And you know, that's what we like to see.
Keep it simple. Too many offloads there.
You know, Chester are really, you know, towards the back end of this game now. I feel they are really going to try and push, you know, try and make something of this game. Hopefully. I mean, obviously, there is quite a gap. I believe the score is 48 to 28. I mean, there's a big gap there. I mean, you need, what, a few tries? Like, you need, like, 3 or 4. And
that score may not be correct. I believe I've scored that 28 because of the 8-point try.
Yes, which is correct.
I think that's correct. If not, it will be just 24. But I believe it is 24.
No, it was an 8-point try, obviously, scored earlier due to the severity of a high tackle. Now, it will be an uncontested scrum here for Chester. However, the referee just does want a brief word with Salford, just to ensure. Our captain will go over and join the scrum. It's pulled through. Oh, it's a massive hit from 14. And, I mean, that was absolutely brilliant. That might be hit of the day. I've got to say.
After size,
that might be hit of the day.
Easily.
And because not only has he taken the man out completely, he's won possession for Salford. I've got to say, 19's really impressed me as well, because he is nowhere near the biggest guy. But he is given absolutely everything for the side.
Go on, he drops it.
Oh, strong play from 17.
17 there with great defensive determination. It's a very strong tackle there from the aggressive number 6 for Chester.
Takes it out his hand. Chester have done a good job, you've got to say, in the last couple of minutes of, you know, making the game a bit more messy, a bit more ugly, you know, not letting Salford play in their patterns, you know. No. Not like that. That rhythm they had earlier was just absolutely unreal. You know, 2 tries in quick succession. You know, the captain even getting himself on the score sheet, and 17 kicking balls for fun. But you know, Chester have, you know, maybe not ridden the storm, but they're trying to, you know, take the sting out the game, make it a bit more ugly, not allow you know the good, confident, passionate plays of rugby. You know, the triangles that Salford were starting to open up, the gaps, the holes in play. You know, they've just shut that down a bit, got a bit Simeone, if you will. You know, just made it a bit more ugly. You know, a bit more grim, and you know, like we know Salford can combat this. They've done so well today. You know, they're up by 20, but you know, right now you just like to see them, you know, kick on even more. You know,
God's heavens have truly opened the appeal as well.
Exactly.
This rain is.
It will be a Salford possession after an infringement by a Chester player. And they will come from the middle, kick it back and look to drive. Right, Dylan, I'm taking bets. Try from this play or no?
£10.
What are you betting on?
5 to 1.
No, mate.
5 to 1 squad.
Yeah.
Bet 365 Salford.
It's a strong, brilliant step from 21, and he's gonna get another try today. What a run! What a try! What a performance!
He's gone for a try against Georgia, I think. What was it? Was it on?
Has it been given?
I can't see if it was.
We're just looking for confirmation. I believe it has been given as a try. What a run, what a try. Number 21, what a performance he's had today. Defensively, he's been unreal, and if anyone deserves a try who hasn't got one today, it's him.
That flare was audacious.
I mean that is just That was brilliant.
A little cheeky little feint there. Fun to step away from the defender.
I mean, it sent me back to London, mate. Like that was ridiculous. Like that was absolutely unreal. Gets the ball, quite, near the halfway line even. It wasn't even a particularly offensive position. Goes with pace. The pace we were talking about that really has helped Salford today. That ability to fast break, counteract, go quickly. Move the ball at a rapid pace. And he's just gone in there. He's driven there with maximum determination, maximum effort, and he's even had the composure then to slow himself down, send his opponent the wrong way, go around, and then still put the ball down for a try. I mean, the intricacy of that move, the intricacy of that move was just superb.
You should be a poet. You should be a poet.
Oh my gosh. No, I'm not Peter Drury quite yet, mate.
Looking to convert this try now and getting number 17.
I mean, Dilan, was it ever in doubt? It's another converted try. I mean, he's just been splendid
Did
today.
I not put... Was it not £10, 5-1 return?
I have no recollection of this deal.
I'm pretty sure I put that
I
on.
don't remember this deal.
I'm pretty sure that bet was placed. So
Yeah, man, it's calm, bro.
I'll be looking for that 50 quid.
No, it's fine. We'll see if it makes the edit. But
Do it.
yeah, mate. I mean, you've got to say this performance from Salford today. It's shown ability to come back from adversity. It's shown, hunger. It's shown aggression. It's shown potential. It's shown, offensive and defensive rugby intelligence. I mean, Dilan. How would you summarise this performance as far? Dilan, how would you summarise this performance so far?
Tenacious.
Love.
Tenacious.
Yeah, love. And that's the analysis we love here, people.
I don't know what more we can say. I think, like we said, the pressure that Salford were putting Chester under in the first half took a dip at the beginning of the second half. Sorry, but I think since they switched over the possession and scored that try after Chester's 2 tries in the second half, I think the momentum stayed with them, and now Chester just look under the weather.
I mean, this man is a rogue shot for man of the match. Number 14, and he's going to drive again.
Going.
And he's just taking on every man that comes near him. Oh, he's done absolutely superb. And it's down for another Salford try. He's just excellent. That is a hat trick for him today. 3 tries. He's made them pay. He's just been unreal. He gets the ball in deep areas in his own half. No other man since the kick has touched the ball there. And he's just run through the entire Chester team and put it down with maximum confidence. I mean, that is absolutely unbelievable, Dilan Dosanjh.
Beautiful. That was incredible. I think the Chester subs here on the side are not very happy with that, but
I mean, it's just the confidence. It's just the confidence, to go take on that many men. And just go drive to the byline and just put it away. I mean, I'm astounded. I've got to be honest there.
Indeed.
That was excellent. And I mean, me and you. There's no point in even commentating over this. We know that this is going to be a conversion because he's been doing it all day. Yo, Tom, how long have we got, bro? And that is the game. Tremendous performance. Salford on top of Chester. The final score, 60-28. And it's just been an amazing afternoon of rugby. Dilan Dosanjh, I will have to ask you for your SSTV man of the match today.
I think it's got to go to number 17.
Number 17. I mean, he was absolutely brilliant. Every single kick he did converted. He got the team up the pitch. His pace is brilliant.
Aggression, and clearly not the biggest man on the pitch, but biggest heart, and he delivered today, I'll tell you that.
Exactly. Happy to get on the score sheet. I mean, he was just brilliant.
Conversions, everything.
I mean, I think a shout also has to go to number 14.
Yep.
3 tries today. Yep. Unlucky not to get the man of the match, but he was absolutely immense, offensively and defensively. 21 with probably the hit of the year. I mean, brilliant. Over on the far side of the corner at the end of the first half.
Yep.
I mean, I've got to say, today has been an absolutely brilliant performance from Salford. They've shown they can come back from adversity. They've shown they can show the confidence and the will and the desire to come through hard times.
That's it. No, they have. I think the beginning of the first half was a bit shaky, and then they came through to it.
Yeah, but here's the thing. We were commenting, obviously, on the... it wasn't a great start to the second half, but they came back and actually ended up scoring more tries than Chester.
They did.
Didn't concede after...
It's that momentum. It's that momentum, you see. As soon as they gained that momentum back in the second half, that's it. It was a free-for-all, and they took it on. They took it all, and Chester didn't really have a look.
Exactly. They've shown they can go into deep waters,
Oh,
yeah. Face a very game Chester side, but still to put away 60 is just immense. In their first game of the season, a lot of these boys maybe don't know each other that well.
No, they don't.
And it's just been... missing a few players from last season, but I mean they've just been short staffed. We didn't have that many subs, but they've just shown that they can go into the deep waters, they can push on, and they can really have a go at competing this season.
They can.
And I mean if that's what we've got to see now, I cannot wait for varsity.
No.
because this team is only going to get better and better and better.
100%.
It will make new additions. It will everyone's ability will improve. And when you got a kicker like number 17 who's that damn good, oh my goodness, it's going to be a scary, 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 prospect for a lot of teams, especially if they're coming here into Salford's domain to challenge them. All respect to Chester, obviously they gave it a good go, but they did brilliantly. But yeah, I mean, I think this was an absolutely brilliant performance today.
It was
from Salford Rugby League.
I loved it. I loved it.
I just think they've been great, and I can't wait for them to kick on this season. I'm really excited to see the progression of the new players. Obviously, we mentioned earlier number 24 had a really good game, and obviously we will try and catch up with some of the players. Give them a brief interview at the end of the game. But I mean, Dylan, what is your thoughts on the season?
Look, it's the first game, but I think tenacious, aggressive. Great defensive work is what I want to highlight. I think
the pressure was immaculate.
We highlighted throughout the whole game. As soon as Chester got that ball and tried to drive, Salford weren't giving them a look in. They drove in with two, 3 people going in for it, and they didn't have a look in pretty much, and that's why they only scored a few tries.
I mean, we touched on it in the game. The high pressure was just it was absolutely brilliant, especially in the spells where we were able to get a lot of tries in short spaces of time.
100%.
That was down to the high pressure. That was down to the pace of the team.
Yeah.
And it was just and we spoke about obviously the counter ability, the pace. I think you hit the nail on the head in the first half.
Their counter ability was
unbelievable.
Amazing.
We
got managed 2-3 tries from that.
Well, exactly, because obviously we saw. I mean, the power that Chester have is immense. These are big guys.
That's what I mean.
But then we were more than happy to combat that with brilliant speed,
100%.
Brilliant passion, and we're really excited to see what this team can bring, this year.
I can't wait to see it, because like you said, this is the first game. They don't know each other as well. We've had a few dropouts, and yet they're still managing to gel.
Exactly, and there's still so much more to come. We got so many fixtures lined up, and it's going to be such an exciting time for Salford Rugby League, because we're gonna see what these boys are made of.
That's it.
And I mean, there probably will be harder games.
Oh yeah.
Let's be realistic. But I mean, I've got more than enough confidence that this team can come through.
I don't see why not. I like to see them against a bit more of a tougher opponent, but I don't see why they can't shine here.
Oh, of course, man. I mean, Chester gave them a great test today.
It was a tough game.
Props to Chester. They came to play. They didn't come to sit down. Because obviously, I mean, we saw the varsity score, and it does seem like we were the favourites coming in. Yeah. But I mean, Chester did give us a good game. But what the boys showed, which I think is more important than if we had just gone and absolutely smashed Chester, is that they can come through adversity.
That's it. They can. So Chester did have a good start to the game, and then we saw that second half as well. They scored a couple of tries, pinned Salford back. But as soon as Salford regained that momentum that they had in the first half, it was Chester didn't have a look. They didn't have a look.
Exactly. I mean, I think the tactical setup and how Salford came out was just brilliant. Yeah. And I'm really excited to see what this team is going to do this year, because I really think it's going to be a special season for Salford.
Indeed.
For Salford Rugby League.
We look forward to what comes next.
Well, Dylan, I thank you for your time, mate, and we will catch up with a few of the players now.
We will do.
All right, thank you. Harry, perfect start. 60-28, brilliant performance. You showed you could come through adversity. You showed everything.
Definitely.
What do you think your keys to victory were today?
I reckon playing simple balls, just sticking as a formation, keeping the structure, and just going forward and getting our tackles in.
I mean, brilliant. I mean, we were highlighting on the commentary the high pressure today.
Yeah.
Off their kicks was absolutely brilliant. You guys were immediately, as you kicked the ball,
Yeah, that's what we were aiming for. Straight left corner onto him. That's what we were aiming for.
Exactly, and I mean that's exactly the play that I think caused a lot of damage. You scored 3 tries in the last 10 minutes of the first half,
Yeah, definitely.
which was just absolutely brilliant. And I just think you guys did absolutely amazing.
Cheers,
today.
thank you.
Of course, I mean, what is your prospects with this team? Where do you want to go from?
Definitely try and win the league or the cup as well, because I think we're skilled enough, and I think we've got great players to do that. So hopefully this season we can just absolutely smash the league and win.
Brilliant. And I mean, we already gave our man of the match on commentary. Do you have a personal man of the match for yourself today?
Where is it? Tom, come on, man of the match. Man of the match.
Tom, number 14. Can we just get a word on your performance?
Yeah, it was alright, I think. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I mean, 3 tries today. I mean, just a great performance. I mean, all the tries converted as well today. So, I mean, how are you guys feeling about the game? Just in total,
Yeah, brilliant.
It's a base for success, and
definitely. It's good first start. Yeah, it's definitely a good first start. So hopefully keep going forward and we'll win the league.
Well, thank you boys for your time. Have a great day. Congratulations on the win. Right, here with Chester Rugby Union's representative, mate. Unlucky on the result, but you know what? Great performance today. And what do you think you guys needed to work on today that just didn't help you against Salford?
We had 7 debuts, 4 training sessions. Some only had 2 or 3. There just wasn't enough time for them to get well drilled. Some of them, it's their first ever game. I think everyone's done well today. I don't think there's a single bad player except for the man stood to my left who had a stinker.
Yeah, I mean, we were saying on comms, we do think you guys really, brought a good performance. Obviously, you said 7 debutants, you guys maybe aren't familiar. That will only improve as the season goes on. But what are your prospects for this season?
I mean, today all we were focusing on was just improving on last year. Obviously, last year we came here and it wasn't a healthy scoreline. Today we kept it as healthy as we could, as close as we could. It got away from us at the end, but that's just fatigue. A lot of lads playing new games. For this season, though, we're just looking at just improving on last year. That's all you got to do every year. It's just improving stuff. So that's all we're focusing on. A lot of lads who I've never actually played before. 2 of them actually scored today. One of them's played before, but 2 debutants who scored today. You take a lot from the game. You take a lot more from playing than you do in training. So
yeah, of course. I mean, it was a great performance. You guys do have a lot to hold your heads up high for, and I really think you guys, do have potential to kick on this season. Like you said, you've improved leaps and bounds from last season. That will only get better. But yeah, I mean, I just hope that you guys are confident and happy with your performance, and I want to thank you for your time here.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
So we're Salford Sports here with the captains of both teams, Adam and what's your name? Simon. Brilliant. How did you guys both find the game?
I found it tough at the start. We had a lot of new players, and just getting them to first game, but we worked into it and ended up well.
Yeah, I was there for the training, and you did push us to keep going and learn as much as we could.
Yeah, well, 2 training sessions we had no coach, so I'd step in, and yeah, it went all right. But
so how about for Chester?
You know what, I'm actually really happy with that from us. We've had 4 training sessions, we've got no coach. I've been coaching for 4 sessions we've had. Lads have come together really well. I think we grew into the game quite well, and I think we've got a lot to take into next week for us.
You did put up a massive fight there. I think at one point it was 8 was the goal difference. Sorry. So you did really give it lots. And what's your next game that you've got?
I think it's Liverpool we've got next
week.
Yeah.
Brilliant. So how are you feeling about that?
It's going to be another hard game, another hard week, but we're going to turn up like we always do and do everything we can on pitch.
Brilliant, thank you very much. And what's our next game?
We've got Bangor away, so should be a decent game. Going from last year, it should be a big scoring game again. Maybe from both teams this year, but yeah, see how it goes.
Brilliant, thank you very much for both joining me. I'm back to the studio.